إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. طيب إن شاء الله إخوة وأخوات, we start beautiful late today. طيب today إن شاء الله we'll continue with the مسائل الفقهية في رمضان, the issue regarding Ramadan. Today we'll talk about another issue, al-qalsu, which is هو أن يبلغ الطعام إلى حلق ثم يرجع إلى الجوف. طيب, what is that? You know, when you have suhoor, sometimes the food comes up. You know, it comes up on your throat and then it goes back inside again. So what is the ruling of that? The Shaykh Hidam said that وَقِيلَ هُوَ مَا يَخْرُجْ إِلَى الْفَمِ مِنَ الطَّعَامِ وَالشَّرَابِ. Okay, so he's talking about is regarding your drink and your food that comes out from your mouth. The hukum is that فَإِذَا خَرَجَ ثُمَّ عَادَ بِغَيْرِ اخْتِيَارِهِ لَمْ يَفْطُرْ or يُفْطِرْ. That if that happens without any of his intention, he has no choice, his fast is still valid. وَإِذَا ابْتَلَعَهُ عَمَدًا فَإِنَّهُ يُفْطِرْ. But if he swallows to take the food that comes up, he takes it back inside, that will nullify his siyam. It's like the ruling of vomiting. You know, when you fast, if you vomit, if he comes, then you will not nullify your siyam. But if you bring it out, that will nullify your siyam. So qals is when the food comes out from the stomach, it comes to your throat. What is the ruling? If it comes up and if it goes back in again without any choice, it just goes back inside, then your fasting is valid. But if it comes out and you meant to spit it out, but take it in again intentionally, then nullifies your siyam. Nullifies. طيب, what is the ruling of استعمال المعجون للأسنان? What is the ruling of the one who uses toothpaste when he's brushing? This is a common question everyone asks. The Shaykh says استعمال المعجون للصائم لا بأس به إذا لم ينزل إلى معدنه. Okay, معدن. So that using toothpaste for the one who's fasting is nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't go to his stomach, inshallah. So you use it and you spit it out, la bas, no problem with that. So we're just going to go one by one. What is the ruling of the one who smokes in the month of Ramadan? Now, smoking is haram, the scholars have said, okay, based on the qaida that no, la darar wa la dirar, do not harm yourself and the others. So when you smoke, you're harming yourself, you're burning yourself. You know, in fact, it says on the packet, they burn your lungs and heart, everything. So, la darara wa la dirar. Do not harm yourself, and the others meaning that do not harm yourself smoking. You're burning yourself, you're burning your lungs. So they say it is haram to smoke. It is haram to smoke. Also, if someone is a heavy smoker, and the month of Ramadan is the best time to get rid of it. It's not something to become habit of it. Smoking is not good, you know. So month of Ramadan is the best time, and if he smokes in month of Ramadan, scholars said your fasting is nullified, because you're smoking, taking in the smoke, it nullifies your fast. That's what the ulama said. Okay, the next one is al-baqaq alladhi yusta'mal fi marad al-rab' ضيق التنفس. What is the ruling of using spray for asthma? You know, when you have asthma, you use spray. What is the ruling of it? Shaykh ibn Uthaymin says, علامة ابن عثيمين, استعمال هذا البخاخ جائز للصائم سواء كان صيامه في رمضان أم في غير رمضان. وذلك لأن البخاخ لا يصل إلى المعدة. Okay, he said that using spray for your asthma, it is allowed for the fasting person, whether he's doing it in Ramadan or outside Ramadan. La bas, no problem with that. That is because the spray that you use does not reach to your stomach. It doesn't go to your stomach. Okay, so spray for asthma, it's okay, inshallah. You will not nullify your fasting. It allows you to, help you to breathe properly, inshallah. So there's nothing wrong with that. Continue with that, inshallah. Inshallah. Some of them we covered it before, but we're going to continue again, inshallah. من أكل وشرب أو شرب أو جامع جاهلا بالتحريم. What is the ruling of the one who eats and drinks and has intercourse with wife and he doesn't know it's haram? Okay. Now before we move on, I want to mention something, inshallah, that in the Quran and the Sunnah, when Allah Azza wa Jalla, He commands something and Prophet commands something, it becomes wajib. So for example, fasting. Allah commands in the Quran and it is wajib upon everyone to fast. But for someone to fast, okay, there are conditions for that person, for him to fast. First, he needs to be a Muslim, he needs to be baligh, mature, he needs to be aqil, he needs to have intellect. These are the three conditions for any ibadah. Okay. The next condition for fasting is that, or any ibadat, the person has to be alim, not jahil. So a person has to have knowledge that this act is wajib on me. If he's ignorant, then he's overlooked. So udhr bil jahl, ignorant, is that Imam al-Nawawi, he explains that regarding the one who ignorant about certain actions, is that if someone is living in a badia, yani he lives in long way outside the country, away from the people, knowledge never reached him, okay, he doesn't know, then he's excused for that, for such action, drinking or eating or having intercourse with his wife, and he doesn't know about it, then he's excused. But if someone living in society like this, in London, where knowledge is there, and he's ignorant, yes, but he could have attained the knowledge, he could have learned about Ramadan, he could have learned about the Fiqh of Ramadan, or nullified the Ramadan, but he did not learn. He did not learn. Imam Nawawi said, he's not ma'adhur bil jahl. He's not excused for that ignorance. He's not. Because you could have learned, you didn't learn. So you remain ignorant because you want to remain ignorant. Whereas you could have learned it. So ulama says, this type of people will not be excused for being ignorant when in society where the durus are there, classes are there on tawheed and fiqh and everything, and he's not learning it, and without any valid reason, then he's responsible for his ignorance, because there's no reason for him to be away from that knowledge. So udhr bil jahl, different categories. So unfortunately, we live in, alhamdulillah, we live in a society where knowledge are there, so we should try and attain that knowledge. And being ignorant for 20, 30, 40 years, don't know if this thing nullifies your salah or not, or siyam, or nullifies the wudu, or nullifies your salah, this is shame, then the person will be responsible Yawm al-Qiyamah for that, being ignorant on this issue. طيب, that's what the ulama have said. طيب, so first you need to have a alim, you need to have a knowledge of that command. The next condition is that the person you need to have the knowledge and he need to have the qudra. Okay, so fasting month of Ramadan is wajib, yes. Brothers and sisters have to have the qudra, has to have the ability to do fast. So for example, if the sister is she's on menstruation period, the haid, then she hasn't got the qudra to fast. She can abandon the fasting. A brother is ill, cannot fast, so they don't have the qudra to fast, so they are excused for that obligatory act. Also, someone is fasting or any act need to be ikhtiyar. He need to do according to his own choice, not forced. So, like someone is forced to break the fast, It's not accepted. Okay? So these are some of the conditions for brothers and sisters when we perform any act of obligatory, that we have to fulfill these conditions, inshallah. So here is the knowledge. If someone were to eat or drink or have intercourse with his wife, a jahil, he's ignorant about the prohibitions, then we have to understand, okay, is he in this society, is he in London, the person is ignorant about it. The ulama said, you're not excused for that, because he could have learned. The masail fiqh, every masajid they go, okay, they teach about the fiqh. One alifas the Ramadan, masail fiqh, they have classes nowadays. So you can't be ignorant about it. Okay? Yes, you're ignorant, but it's accepted by Allah Azza wa Jalla. But you could have attained the knowledge. Even if you go to the Google search, you'll find it. What nullifies your siyam? It's there. So we cannot be ignorant in this society. We have to learn. We have to learn. Allah will ask us. So, if the people away from the knowledge and knowledge never reached them, Allah will forgive them. Allah will forgive them. But living in this society, Allah knows best. I don't follow the opinion it's accepted, because we all can seek knowledge, inshallah. We can seek knowledge, and mashallah, the facility is there. So we don't fall into that category. A'udhu billah, we have to fear Allah. طيب. Next one is إذا أجرى المفطر فيه قهرا, that if someone is forced to break their fast. We covered this before as well in the hadith of Prophet ﷺ, that إن الله تجاوز لي أمتي خطأ والنسيان وما أستكره عليه, that Allah has overlooked my ummah, they are forgiven for the mistake, for the forgetfulness, and whatever they're compelled to do. So if you're compelled to break fast, you're forgiven. Your fast is still valid. Like I mentioned before, the people of China, a few years back, they were forced to break the fast. The ulama said your fast is still valid because you're compelled to break it. Likewise, if you're compelled to save your life, you curse Muhammad, iyadu billah. For example, happened to one of the companions, Ammar. He was forced to curse Prophet ﷺ to save his life. Ukriha. He was forced. He cursed Prophet, not having a faith in that. And Prophet, when he heard it, he said, how is the iman, ya Ammar? He said, my iman is still the same, ya Messenger of Allah. Nothing has changed. He said, if they come to you, do it again to save your life. So it is important that we understand that if you're forced to do an act of kufr or forced to break your fast is still valid because you're overlooked. Allah forgave you. Okay, because it's not your choice to break the fast. You're saving your life. Okay, so your mistake. So if you eat by mistake, if you eat by forgetfulness, then you still fast is still valid. And if you're forced to break the fast, your fast is still valid because you're forced, and Allah forgave you on that. رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَخِذْنَا إِن نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. Oh Allah, do not punish us for forgetfulness and mistake. So we learn from this thing, inshallah, that if someone forced someone to break the fast is valid because it is not in his hand. It is not in his hand. But some of the conditions are there. Some of the ulama mentioned some of the conditions is that if someone is forced to do certain things, but he has ability to run away, or he can get help to sort his problem out, for the threat is given, then he is not forced in that. Even if he's given a choice, then that's not falling under force. You're not upon ikra, you're not forced to do that. Or he has a choice he's got choice to leave that. He's got other choice he has, then he's not forced. He's not forced. Forced when you have no choices. You have no choice. You have no other choice except to do that. So if you're forced to break your fast without any choices, then you're under the hadith of ikrah. Yeah. Continuing with that, inshallah. Ihtilam al-sa'im, meaning the wet dream. That the wet dream break your fast. إذا احتلم الصائم فلا يفطر بلا إجماع. That if a fasting person has a wet dream, then he does not break the fast. He continues to fast. It's consensus of the ulama. And Ibn Abdul Bar, he mentioned this is in Tamheed, it is ijma'. Because why? If someone has a wet dream, It's not his fault. He has no choice. Pain is lifted from the person, so he's excused from that sin. He's not sinful for that. But ihtilam, wet dream, we know what wet dreams are, yeah? So, hadith of Prophet ﷺ, hadith of Aisha radiallahu anha, hadith of Aisha, أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم سئل عن الرجل يجد بلل ولا يذكر احتلام فقال رسول الله يجب الغسل. That hadith in Abu Dawud and Tirmidhi, in Ustadh Ahmed, Shaykh al-Albani makes it Hasan, that someone asked Prophet ﷺ, somebody wakes up, he finds wetness on his clothes, but he doesn't remember that he had a wet dream. Prophet said, have a ghusl. وقال رجل يحتلم ولم يجد بلل فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يغتسل. But second, the one is that you see the wet dream, but there is no wet patch. Prophet said, do not have a bath. There is no wet patch. You saw wet dream, but there is no wet patch. Don't have a bath. So, but if you don't have a wet dream, but you wake up and there is a wet patch, then have a bath. This hadith in Sunan Abi Dawud, Musnad Ahmed, Shaykh al-Albani makes it Hasan. طيب. So that's what ihtilam is. Wet dream does not break your fast, but you have to have a bath. That's the hadith. Inshallah. Also, continuing, inshallah. Does hijama break your fast? Now, scholars have different opinion on this. The one of the opinion is that it doesn't break your fast. The hadith of Prophet ﷺ is that those it breaks your fast. When Prophet ﷺ came from passing Baqi' and he saw in the month of Ramadan, there was two persons, one doing hijama on the other one, and Prophet said, Al-Hajj wal-Mahjum aftir. Okay, the one who doing hijama and danon, both of you break your fast. Sheikh brings the benefit here. Sheikh Hidami said that they were backbiting, they were slandering, something like that, committing major sin. The Prophet said, break your fast. Okay. Also, hadith of Anas, when he was asked, he said that the reason this is because it is recommended for the one who's fasting, if he's doing hijama, to break it, because it will make him weak. Because when you're taking the blood out, it makes you weak. So what you should do, break. That's what they say, break the fast. But the most authentic opinion is that it does not break your fast. Hadith ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu, he said that Nabi sallallahu alayhi احتجم وهو محرم والصائم. احتجم وهو محرم واحتجم وهو صائم. In Bukhari hadith, the Prophet he did hijama while he was in ihram and when he was fasting. So based on the hadith, they said that you can fast, you can have hijama when you are fasting, inshallah. Nothing wrong with that. And Sahaba did practice that, and that they would they will do hijama while they're fasting, as long as it doesn't make you weak. When you take blood out, it makes you weak, dizzy. As long as you don't feel like that, then you can do hijama. Why? Because you're not taking in, you're taking out. Okay? You're taking in, you're not taking out. So yes, hijama is allowed while you are in month of Ramadan. Inshallah, we'll finish here now. Inshallah, take questions and answers. Inshallah, jazakumullah khair. We'll continue, inshallah. Not much left. We're going to finish it before Ramadan, hopefully. Inshallah. Any questions? Go on, Akhi.
For example, let's say that I light a bakhur in the house, and the smoke, you breathe some of the smoke. Would this smoke break the fast?
Did it break it?
Yeah, Sheikh Fawzan gave the fatwa because the smoke from the bukhur, it stimulates the brain, and the chemicals, because it stimulates the brain, it gives you like more energy and stuff. So this can't cause into the issue.
Okay, the brother asking, if you have bakhur in the house, and if the bakhur, the smell goes into your house, through your nose and things like that, does it nullify your siyam? I didn't know the answer. The brother, mashallah, he mentioned that Shaykh Fawzan, Hafidahullah, He said it does break your fast because when the smoke goes inside you, it stimulates your mind and that gives you quwwah. It falls under eating and drinking because that's what it does to you as well. So inshallah, bakhur does break your fast because smoke can break your fast, isn't it? So it's the same principle that can be applied. So yeah, bakhur does break your fast. So inshallah, try not to have bakhur while you're in the month of Ramadan, daytime. But after iftar, inshallah, you can put it. Jazakumullah khair. Jazakallah khair. Any questions, inshallah? Go on.
Regarding toothpaste, you say you can do it during fasting time.
Yeah. But as long as it doesn't go inside you, because toothpaste doesn't have that smell. So you can eat toothpaste in month of Ramadan, brush your teeth, but make sure it doesn't go inside your stomach, inshallah. Inside you, yeah. But it's okay, you can use it. So miswak you can use as well, no problem. Yeah. Any more questions, inshallah? To break it early because brother want to go iftar and so next we'll come at make it 6. Just remind the benefit. Anyway, khalas, jazakumullah khair.
I know this.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.